So today I thought I'd do a quick video on just a single title. So this is a film that I saw, I believe it was the UK premiere I was at for this one. It was like at a film festival. It's quite an obscure film. I don't think many people would have heard of it. If you're into your Vinegar Syndrome, you might. So it's a Vinegar Syndrome title. But this one was quite a divisive film because I went with some mates to see this film at a film festival amongst lots of other films, and yeah, we watched the whole thing, and afterwards I came out and I said to my mate, who's pretty much on the same wavelength as me with films, I said, "Christ, that was a really good film. I enjoyed that." And he looked at me as if I was like off my rocker, and he said, "Nah, that was a load of garbage." So absolute dividing of opinions on this one. I really had a good time with it, so to the point where I wanted to go and buy the special edition or the limited edition from Vinegar Syndrome. So I sourced a copy off of eBay for a reasonable price, and for what you can get for Vinegar Syndrome. But yeah, it's all, again, part and parcel of what I'm doing with my collection, which is culling down, selling some stuff off to get some funds to buy stuff that I do really want. And this is one. So let's get to the title. So the title in question is a film called Eight Eyes. So I've got one of these reflective sleeves on it. I'll take that off just so you can see a bit better. So yeah, this particular edition's got the sort of nice hard box sleeve over there with then an inner sleeve as well. So there you go. And then this one obviously has some artwork on there. And then inside, so I haven't cracked this open yet, it's just a Blu-ray, it's not a 4K. I believe it was one of Vinegar Syndrome's first somethings. It was like the first film they produced themselves or something like that. I'll have to double check it. But I know it had something to do with Vinegar Syndrome when it first got released, other than just being on their label. But yeah, I had a good time with this film. It's not the best film in the world, but it did sort of like unnerve you a little bit, the way it plays out. From my memory of seeing it probably a year or two ago now at the film festival, it follows this couple, so this girl and this guy who are kind of like newlyweds, I believe, and they're going travelling, and they come across this guy who's like a really odd-looking guy, who's acting really strange around them. They sort of, they play nice and they chat to him and they sort of like pacify him. But he comes across quite friendly, to be fair. Like he seems like, although he looks quite aggressive and quite obscure, he actually comes across as a fairly friendly kind of guy, to the point where they kind of feel bad about running away from him straight away, and they kind of play into what he's asking them to do, and they hang out with him a bit. But yeah, it follows this couple that just basically follow this guy who's like rough as anything to look at, and he takes them to all these places that they don't know, where they're in this foreign country. And I won't say too much more than that, because the film then unfolds slightly more as the film goes on. It's not a very long film. I think it's just under an hour and a half. But yeah, worth checking out, I think, personally. Like I say, it's very divisive, so some people may well not like this one at all, but I had a really good time with this one. It is shot like, I think on 16mm, so it's a bit of a grainy film, but it all has the aesthetic of the film. It's meant to look like a bit of an old-fashioned film, so it's got this kind of like old-fashioned style on here, and obviously on the artwork inside as well. But I really liked it. Lovely bit of spot gloss there. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really like the ending as well. So like I say, I'm not going to say too much more than the basic outline of the start of how this film goes, but worth checking out in my opinion if you haven't seen this one, or at least looking it up and having a look for yourself. There is a standard edition, so you don't have to pay quite as much as I did for this one with the limited edition packaging, but it is one that I really enjoyed and I wanted to pick up, with all the packaging involved as well. So yeah, that's it. Just a short video to show the sort of like latest pickup from Vinegar Syndrome. I don't normally keep a lot of these Vinegar Syndromes in because they are pricey, but yeah, I had to pick this one up. Thought I'd just tell everyone about it while I was doing it. So as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.